Mennonite Disaster Service has sent teams of volunteers to the North Shuswap this spring to work on rebuilding homes that were destroyed by wildfire last summer. The faith-based charity has spent decades rebuilding homes throughout North America following disasters. People affected simply apply for help, and MDS responds. Delana Nisha checked on the work in the Solista and Scotch Creek areas today, where she heard plenty of gratitude from property owners.
I just wanted them to be able to come in and just concentrate on this, not to have to, do all these other things.
You did a lot of work.
Yes.
A lot of work prepping everything.
At the start of rebuilding his home lost to fire last summer, initially Wayne Roden was hesitant and even a little skeptical about accepting help.
Of course, they showed up, and now look at this.
Roden says it didn't take long for the Mennonite Disaster Service to put those offers into action.
They just want to help, and they work hard, and I can't say enough about all of them.
After the wildfire ripped through the area, many residents returned to find partial or complete destruction on their properties and had to begin planning how they would rebuild. That's where the Mennonite Disaster Service came into the picture.
So we come and we dig foundations, and well, first of all, we get permits. That also meant that we had to go through geotechnical and geohazard reports.
There are 3 different properties currently being rebuilt by the MDS.
So by 4 o'clock, about the time that the evacuation order came in, our home was on fire. We could see the flames. Our land was burning. Half of it was already burnt. And the fire was through this field already. We talked about colors before we got there so that we didn't have to do the negotiating in front of you.
People who lost their homes say having that help physically and financially means they can return home sooner.
And to know that they do this for people and they do it all over the place, it really does restore your faith in the good things that are happening that you don't hear about all the time.
Teams in the Shuswap are led by half a dozen longer-term volunteers, with 10 weekly volunteers on a rotation.
It's quite incredible to actually experience what has happened here in the forest fires. You really can. It's a deeper meaning the work here when you realize what has happened.
I think Peter talked to him.
It's volunteer-powered, but the nonprofit does rely on donations to get materials and cover other costs related to the builds.
We're a charity, so it's a tax-deductible donation. And we are currently underfunded on this project, and we are looking for funding that if people feel so inclined, please contribute.
It's just going to look fantastic.
For the Christian organization, it's a show of their faith through their work, and those who will soon have a new home to return to say that work speaks volumes.
Pretty incredible, Every time I was thinking that every time I have a shower, it'd be like a baptism.
After building permits are secured, the expected timeline is to have homes built in 3 months, with residents moving in before fall. Delana Nisha, CFJC News.